And what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin USD analysis video. Now, I'm just going to get to the meat of things, okay? This is my Bitcoin USD chart on the daily time frame, and now every white thick line here represents a monthly horizontal. Okay, so these are very, very important horizontals. And the two sort of dark gray lines here, those are weekly horizontals that I was looking for price to close over, okay, to see if we could have further continuation to the upside on a higher time frame. Now, we did close a weekly candle today, as some of you know, all of you who have been actively trading this beautiful volatility. For those of you who have been and who have been doing well, good for you, good job. But I was actually looking for the weekly to close over this horizontal here, sitting at around 6,797. Let's just round up to 6,800, but I was looking for that and we did not do that, okay? Now, as you know, weekly, we just started the weekly candle, okay, so we have another 7 days to go before this one closes, and anything can happen in 7 days. And I think a good testament to that is just by looking at these two candles here. I mean, just look at these damn candles, look at the volatility on it. So like I said, anything can happen still, okay? Now, price did not close over that line, so I'm like, okay, this could still go either way right now. And just so you can see how important of a level that 6,800 region is, okay, just notice how price has reacted off of it in the past. And I'm not just talking about, well, you know, this run up to 14K. I'm also talking about, you know, price relative to that level in the past bear cycle. Okay, this was a major level. So I'll be looking at that, and price did not close over it, so I'm still saying that Bitcoin could go either way right now. But like I said, this is on the much higher time frames. This is the weekly time frame. Let's get on over to that 4 hour as well as the 1 hour. Let's start with the 4 hour, because Bitcoin actually just ripped up. Actually, I think 1 hour you can see it best. Now, why I want to bring you to the lower time frames is that Bitcoin ripped up not too long ago, a couple of hours ago, and yeah, I think it was drawing in, I know that it was drawing in this beautiful symmetrical triangle. Okay, now this did break to the upside, as you can see, and let's go ahead and actually plot in that measured move. Okay, I think it broke here, and it's so classic, eh? It's so classic of Bitcoin to do this, and that's the thing with triangles on the Bitcoin chart. Like, it plays out so damn well when it does play out, of course. But no, we did break to the upside, and what's so classic about this is that we had the break. Okay, we have a beautiful retest, and then further continuation to the upside. Like, it actually gives you an opportunity to get in. So, and I see that more often than not, okay? On a more probability standpoint, that happens more often than not. Like, you are rewarded quite often for just waiting for that retest. So let's go ahead and actually plot a horizontal ray, okay, on that beautiful measured move there. Okay, now this goes all the way up to 7,329. So let's round up to 7,330. Cool. I'm gonna get rid of that line. Now we do have this symmetrical triangle. We have the measured move. Now let's go ahead and zoom out, because now this is what Sean has been talking about. This is what he highlighted for you guys in his past analysis video. He's been looking at this beautiful rising wedge. Right, and I think it's still at play, and I do believe that we do have the right volume nodes to support the rising wedge, okay, and this measured move is very much within the rising wedge. Now, could we still break to the upside from here? Sure, I mean, what the hell do I know? But no, there is a possibility, of course, that we could break this to the upside. I mean, anything can happen, right? You're always playing probabilities here. It's always trading, guys, is all probabilities, right? So, and also note, now this is something that I always put a lot of emphasis on. The structure only comes to life after the break of the pattern. Okay, this is not a bullish pattern until we break this to the downside. You see this rising line here, this rising trend line? That is basically kind of highlighting a trend for you. Breaking that to the downside breaks the trend. Okay, so that's something you should note, and always wait on that on a break of the structure for before you play it. Okay, that's what I usually do, and it's the more prudent approach, especially in markets as volatile as this. So careful there. Actually, markets actually all around right now are just freaking volatile as hell, right? Even traditional, even Forex. So everything is volatile, so just be careful right now. But no, I feel like this, the break of this symmetrical triangle was the impetus of price actually getting to the top of this overall rising wedge. Now, another thing you may have noticed, of course, on my chart, I mean, it's so damn clear, there is this beautiful green box. So for those of you who are wondering, okay, what is this green box, right? And also, not just wondering what is this green box, but also for those of you who are looking to, you know, are wondering, should I go long here? Is this time to buy in? Now, this is where I'm going to tell you to be careful. Okay, because this green box actually is major, it's a zone. Okay, I've basically marked out a zone of major resistance overhead. Okay, I believe from my technical analysis that this zone is major resistance overhead. So I would be very, very careful before I take a long position before we close over this zone right here. So if I want to go long, I'll be looking for a close over. Okay, I do not want to be longing anywhere close to this zone. And here's why. If you just go onto your 12, so we are currently on the 12-hour time frame, just go ahead and put on your Ichimoku cloud, okay? For those of you who do not know what settings we use here at Mango, the settings is 20, 60, 120, 30. Those are the double settings that we use, okay? Now, if you just go ahead and put on your cloud, you'll notice that the top of the Ichimoku cloud, we've done a beautiful edge-to-edge on the cloud, very, very classic play, right? For those of you who do play the Ichimoku cloud. But this was a classic play, edge to edge on the cloud, albeit not, you know, that big a range. Sometimes you catch a beautiful range, but this nonetheless was still about 7.9%, give or take. But note the top of the cloud, so we have resistance, cloud resistance overhead sitting at around, where is this? 7,175. Okay, 7,175 is that overhead cloud resistance. Now, this is on the 12-hour. Allow me to just... Should I mark this with a line? No, I'm actually not going to mark it with a line because I want you to see it. So this is at 7,175 right here. Okay, so this is on the 12-hour. Once again, within that green box zone. Okay, now let's go on to that one-day time frame and see if there's any confluence on that. And there we go. We have the Kijun, guys, running right through there. Once again, resistance. And once again, such a classic play. We get a beautiful, beautiful C-span trade. Right? Tenkin all the way up to the Kijun. And where is that Kijun sitting at, guys? Just look at my data window right here on the right-hand side. That the baseline here, that's the Kijun. The Kijun is also sitting at 7,175, guys. Okay, 7,175. Let's go on to the 2-day time frame. Is there anything there in the 2-day? And what do you see, guys? Once again, we have the 2-day Kijun there, again, lining up 7,175. Okay? 3-day. If you're fed up, then be fed up because this is an important line and I'm going to freaking, you know, I'm going to try and kind of get into your head because this has too much confluence on too many high-level time frames. Get rid of all my lines here. Notice how the Tenkin and the Kijun are sitting smack on top of each other there. They have intersected and they've been like that for days on end. Okay, that is a major, major zone of resistance overhead. Where is that sitting? 7,175. Okay, this is the 3-day. No, it's not done, okay? We still have more. 4-day. Where is the freaking Tenkin sitting at? 7,175. Great. And also notice how we have the measured move there, that red line segment is very, very close to the 4-day Kijun. Okay, so that's also one thing to note. Like I said, there's just too much there, man. That's just way too much there. Like if you're thinking of if you're looking to FOMO in here, be very careful. Do not FOMO. There's too much resistance overhead on time frames that matter. Okay, the time frames that dictate momentum as a whole on a more macro picture is telling you that, hey, I have way too much resistance here right now. You sure you want to long into me? But, so this is on the 4-day. Let's get on to the weekly. Anything on the weekly? And where's the weekly Tenkin at, guys? Once again, 7,175. Right? And the monthly. Let's get on to the monthly. Yes, I know. There's freaking monthly resistance there too. Okay? Notice how we have the 21 EMA also sitting so close, okay? Again, once again, in that green box territory, the top of the green box territory lines up with the 21 EMA, okay? The monthly 21 EMA, not just any 21 EMA, the freaking daddy of all the higher time frames, right? So, like I said, too much resistance overhead, so be careful for those of you looking to FOMO in here, looking to take those longs. I'm not saying that going long is a bad thing. I'm just saying that be careful. There's too much resistance overhead. Your best bet right now is to wait, okay, for candle bodies to close over this region in order to have a higher probability trade for your long position. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now, gun to my head, am I looking at a long here or a short? Quite frankly, guys, gun to my head, I still think this is bearish. I mean, not just in terms of the whole macro fundamental picture, in terms of just on a more grand economic scale, the way, you know, the whole virus thing is progressing all over the planet right now, but also in terms of price action. Quite frankly, if you just go on, and right now I'm actually playing the higher time frames, okay? I feel like the higher time frames is giving you a more clear picture. And in fact, for those of you who did play the higher time frames, you're in safe territory right now, right? I caught this beautiful short here, okay, at around, so this wick here lined up with the monthly 21 EMA, okay? And I told you guys in the duo video that Sean and I had that this was a range trade. I was not going to hold this for this was not a long-term trade, this was a range trade, and I did close my position on the daily 21 EMA. Okay, that was a good 7% trade to the downside, but that was a good call, right? And still, even if I was still in that position for a long-term trade, okay, I'm still slightly in the green, and that's what makes it so easy to manage trades that you get, okay, on those much higher time frames. Okay, also lining up with basically resistance or support on higher time frames. You're getting a good level, you're getting a good sell there, or you're getting a good buy somewhere else, as long as they line up with levels on the higher time frames. So like I said, high time frames has been painting the picture right now, and if you just move on to your higher time frames, I'll tell you what I see. Okay, I see that we lost the 21 EMA, and we're likely probably coming back up for a retest. This is the weekly Tenkin here, okay, and it's so classic. It's so classic. BTC always does this. Like, it loses a major level only to come for another retest. So I'm looking at that. Could we get up to the 21 EMA? Quite possibly. Would the picture turn, you know, bullish completely? No, not yet, really, because we still have to take out this high, okay, in order to see the structure, the overall structure change. Remember, when it comes to price action, it's all about structure. If you're looking for a bullish or bearish price action, you're looking for your highs and you're looking for your lows. Okay, in order for price to really change that momentum, you're looking for higher highs and higher lows. But right now, this is price on the weekly. We are still being held down by the Tenkin. Okay, now we've been held down for the past 3 weeks now, guys. 3 weeks below the Tenkin. Now, even if you just go ahead and switch on your mango ribbon, okay, there's nothing I'm noticing on the mango ribbon. Let me go ahead, put on my, I often, you know, ignore my 200 and my 200 MA as well as the 200 EMA. Bad habits. Bad habits. But okay, here we go. What's bearish about this picture right now is that we have an uber bearish EMA cross. Okay, so we have the 55 over the 21, which is sitting both over that 10 simple moving average. That is a bearish crossover setup, guys. I don't want to be playing against that, okay? Because this is not just the first time this has happened. It's like the second freaking crossover, consecutive crossovers back to back, because we had one here, okay? However, the 21 and the 55 never crossed here, so bear that in mind. 21.55 has crossed now on the weekly. That is a bearish crossover. If the last time this happened actually was here, October 1st, 2018, before we actually broke down from 6K all the way down to 3K. Okay, that was the last time it happened. And what about anything else before that? Here. This again was the previous bear market in October 2014. Okay, seems to be like October is the date for all the breakdowns, but no, we had the 55 EMA crossover the 21 EMA, and once again further downward continuation. Now we have that again, guys. We have that again. I don't want to be playing against that. Okay, I do not want to be playing against that freaking crossover, that bearish crossover. There's too much probability, okay, for that to go wrong if I do take a long here. So this is on the weekly. How about the monthly? How are we doing in terms of our monthly EMAs? And here's what I see. I see that we've lost a major level, okay, which is the 21 EMA, and we're coming back for a retest. Okay, and this could be a rejection of the retest and further continuation to the downside. Now we've done something very similar here before in that we lost it here. This is of course October 2014. We just went over that on the weekly time frame, but we lost the 21, came back for a retest. We actually wicked all the way up to the 10 SMA. So that's also something to note there. But the monthly closed below the 21 EMA here, further moved to the downside. Okay, there's too much working against the bulls right now on those higher time frames. I will be waiting for more confirmation before I get into a long. But for now, I'm keeping a close eye on those higher time frames because I do believe it's going to paint the more macro picture. It's going to paint the overall picture. And just with what's happening in the world right now, you want to make sure that you have your eyes on a more macro picture. Okay, and I feel like the Bitcoin chart is doing a brilliant job giving you a tell on what could be and what is coming. Okay, so keep your eyes on that even if you want to actively trade the volatility on the much lower time frames. Make sure that you have one eye on those higher time frames because it is going to tell you what Bitcoin is likely going to do. Okay, so this is on the monthly. Anything on the 4-day? This is it, guys. I mean, I think, and look at this. Once again, we are getting rejected. So we have the 200 EMA resistance overhead. Once again, we have 200 MA sitting there. Where's our green box relative to that? Yeah, look at that. It's sitting right in line with our green box territory, right? That's 200 EMA right here and 200 simple moving average right above that. Like, there's just way too much there right now, and I don't want to be longing into that. And just on a more broader picture here, even on the 4-day time frame, like, we have to take this out first. Like, this is a major horizontal, right? While price is hovering over it right now, we could, this candle has not closed and we could close under. So like I said, there's way too much working against the bulls right now on those high time frames, and I'm not going to be playing over against it. Okay, gun to my head, I'm still bearish on these higher time frames. And now that you have a good sort of picture on what I think is happening on the charts, tell me what you guys think is happening on the charts. You think we go up from here or down from here? What is your bet on? So yeah, with this, guys, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys. Ciao.